What is going on here? No, this is like a weird, confusing trailer. I don't know what's happening. Let's play One Way Trip. Hello and welcome to Hula New Plays Short Indie Horror Games. Today I'm going to play a game by Fairycatto, and I want to play this. Honestly, no one has commented on the game page, but it looks like it's been, like, the visuals are done with, I know, watercolors or some program that emulates that, and it looks really cool and interesting because it looks different. So the story is very, scarce. Fisherman finds a strange diary on an abandoned cruise ship. What happened to the crew and passengers? That's it. And that's a good premise. It is interesting. I always like indie horror games that are set near the sea, on the sea. You know, water is always like, it's a interesting concept or medium and environment. So yeah, let's get to it. A cruise ship out here? I can't believe no one got to it already. Though sometimes companies just leave these giant things to float on their own. Something about the expenses of moving those? Might as well check it out. Maybe there's still something worth selling. Do I... No, it will probably leave on its own. I clicked all that could be clicked. There we go. Diary. What? God, I hate the ocean. Nothing good ever happens on the big water. I just want to reach land already. Even looking at the waves makes my stomach turn. Just like that time years ago when we went sailing with Grandpa. I'm sure that's when it all started. So that's the diary part. Yeah, needs a little bit of a, like, transition, you know. Also, my tip always is to continue with a click. Let the people continue on their own. I knew I shouldn't have come. Grandpa! Grandpa, wake up! He doesn't respond. He's not moving for hours already. I must find spare O's. So that's the first time you call to him after he didn't move for hours? Damn it. Okay, so I can... So box. I need something to open it. Okay. I can't even click on Grandpa. So we got the bag. And that's a... Well, I clicked on it. Nothing happens. Boat. I really need oars. Yeah, well, you won't look into the bag. Dear sir. So Grandpa, that is all there is. That is literally all there is. What was that? Oh, this is broken. Oh, this is such a shame that this is really... Oh, wait. Oh, there they are. Finally, what's that sound? A monster like ones from Grandpa Tales? Move, move. You know what this is? This game is like when someone tells you a story who is not really good at storytelling. I have no idea how I found strength back then. I was just a kid, but ever since, deep big water is something I don't want to be near. But oh well, we don't always get things we want. What happened to Grandpa? What happened there? What's... Day 1. Something just hit our ship. Shit, I knew I should have stayed at home. Horrible idea, horrible. I went upstairs, but no one seemed to know anything, and the sailors refused to talk to us. I hope we continue sailing soon. Wait, if this is day 1, was that just, like, do you do intros in a diary? Dear diary, before we start, let me tell you about my life. This is not a biography. Day 5. We haven't moved since the incident. The sailors won't talk to us. The captain is silent. Only gives some weird commands to the crew. Nobody wants to explain anything. It's almost been a week. I've talked to some other guys I've met, and we decided to try to leave. Only guys? Don't you trust the women and non-binary people on board? I really like the visual style. Like, that's cute. But man, that storytelling. That's, Hoo-wah. Sailor. It's vibrating, breathing, beating. It wants us to stay here. You can't leave. You won't leave. Don't know if the sea is vibrating. I don't think a sailor would say that. Vibration is something different. The ship could be vibrating, you know, moved by the sea. Okay, passenger. I tried to convince others, but no one seems to worry enough. Not sure if that's a good idea, but it's better to sit here and wait for... Probably using the boat. Oh, it's annoying that I have to wait until it pops out. I mean, it's a long wait, which I actually appreciate so I can actually read it, but still. And a passenger. Oh, it's the... Well, it's two people. It's not... It's not the same person. And I have to wait again. Boat. Just like back then, just get the oars and go, and hope for the best. Oh, so that wasn't even the passenger saying this. This was me saying I talked to the... Man, that's gotta be clear, because when I clicked on the sailor, we heard the sailor saying something, and then we clicked on the passengers, and it was us saying something, but how would I know? If you... Like, as a storyteller, you set up certain rules at the beginning of the game, how dialogue is be read, you know, if there's a name in front, or a description, or if you click on something and then you read the text, it's the person replying to you, but you can't change the rules halfway through. That's not how it works. Get those oars, I guess. I hope we'll find anything. Land, another ship, anything. I feel like throwing up. Well, you got enough water to vomit into. What? No, please, not back there. Aw, man. Day 9. Today my cabin door got locked. Got locked from the outside forcefully because these lunatics were ordered to do so. That hacking nuts captain said that we need to just stay put and wait. Wait for what? Death? Of course I had to get out of here. I think this is the first time developer who's trying their best with the tools they have. But I think if the writing were a bit more polished and would, like, if the writing could lead more to, like, transition between scenes and, you know, be clearer. If like, basically if the script was a bit more clearer and structured, I think the tools were enough to tell a cool story. Alright, the case. What's in the case? Nothing. It does nothing. Oh, I have a lockpick and an oar. Where did I get the lockpick from? Porthole. I need to find a way to get out of here. I saw something outside. I can't just wait. It's coming for me. Oh, that person really... I mean, I would also feel uncomfortable being... Let's, It's locked. Okay, well, that's... Okay. So let's use the lock. Oh my god. Day 6,974. I went to lower decks today. Nobody was there to stop me now. No sailors, no captain. Nobody is here. Sometimes I only hear screams. I found one sailor down there in the dark and he was already beyond help. Wait, I thought there's no sailors. You cannot say there's no sailors except that one sailor. That's still more like... It's complete opposite of no sailors is any sailor at all. Hey, you there, you have this ultimate weapon. Light, give me that. Oh, I'll give you my knife. You'll need it up here and I need your lantern. Deal? No, a lantern is really helpful, especially when you're out on the sea and then another ship can see you. You can't do that with a knife. I'll leave my cabin today. I can't stay here and wait for the ocean to claim me. I must fight. I need a better weapon. Don't... What is going on here? No, this is like a weird, confusing trailer. I don't know what's happening. What do I have? I have a knife. I have a lockpick. There's a bunch of sticks. Okay. This can help, I guess. How? With what? How can a bunch of sticks help? I now have a stick. There's a door. What? But I have a lockpick. I don't even want to know what's inside the sink. Probably water. Like old water. It's not a toilet. Or did people poop in the sink? Okay, nothing happened there. First aid kit. This will help. I guess. Can I take a look? Oh, I could have taken a look into the mirror and see my haggard face. I like the sailor's look. Like, that was really creepy and cool. I need a weapon first. But I have a knife. I have a knife. I literally... have a knife. What? I hope it has enough space. For what? For what? Now I have a knife. I'm going outside. This is the most confusing game I've ever played. And I get confused easily, but this really tops it off. Damn, I wonder what happened to him and to others. Oh, that's the sailor again. I didn't see any bodies out there. Maybe you finally made it out? I really hope so. No matter what happened here, it was horrible. These poor people. Look, if I seen basically 6,900, I would be like, this is not real. That person lost their mind and wrote something down. Maybe it was a joke. Oh, now the light went out? Oh. Okay. Maybe the developer is really young. But it's definitely, I think, one of the first attempts at a game. So here's the thing. I think the visuals are actually nice. I do like them because they're different. The sailor especially had a really nice look. I would have added a final look into the mirror before venturing out. Also, here's here's a few things. So when it comes to the story, I like the frame of the story, you know. So we are a sailor, we end up on this empty boat, and we find this diary, and then we get the story from the person writing the diary. So that is great. Good start. And also, the gameplay itself, the foundation was good. The execution was weird because I never really knew what to do. Because sometimes things just were in my equipment. I wasn't even told that I have an inventory. But also, sometimes things just landed in my inventory without any mention of it. You know, I would click on something and then suddenly I had something in my inventory without the character saying, oh, I found this. You know, so that needs to be added. Like, always tell the player what happens. This is basically user experience 101. That even, you know, when you're on a homepage in a shopping environment or whatever, like people who use something, aka play something, they need to know what happens when they click something, when they push a button, whatever. And then what I think is the storytelling is all over the place. It is too abrupt. There's no real establishment of something. I mean, I think the memory with the grandpa would have been placed. I would have placed this later on. And also, I don't even think it's needed. I actually think that memory with the grandpa is completely unnecessary for the story because it adds a thing on there. It doesn't add anything because, I mean, if they're on this haunted ship stuck, you still can be afraid of the sea, and you could rather tell this by having some more passengers and sailors say, there's something out there, I saw something there, or I'm not sure, but I get a weird, you know, feeling when I look at the sea, there's something strange, or I heard some weird noises outside of the porthole yesterday. So rather than stacking on this weird memory of the grandpa, you know, have the ship crew add to the atmosphere. Also, you cannot just say like from one, like you have day 9 and then you have day 6,900. First of all, that's 20 years. That person is dead. They're a ghost because you cannot survive 20 years without food. It's not possible. And if they did by fishing or whatever, then you need to tell that. You know, you literally, also if they are on a haunted ship and people just vanish, there needs to be some connect. Like it's the jumps between things happening are too big, and I think if you lend more time to this storytelling, you can actually ramp it up, you know, have first the passengers and then like have an image with the passengers and the sailor and then have another image a couple of days later, a week later maybe, with one fewer passenger and then only the sailor and then no one, you know. So then you have this progression of the story that the player experiences, that the people are vanishing. And then you can say, you know, there's fewer and fewer people. I see fewer and fewer people, but I also don't hear them in their rooms. It's like, are they dead? Are they gone? And then maybe a month later or so. Don't do it like 20 years later. That's too chaotic. Say like, you know, a month later or so, I looked through the ship I found the keys in the captain's room or in the whatever, and I looked through all the rooms and no one's there. I don't know where they are. I didn't find any bodies, and then you can even say, the boats are not missing. I don't know where they went. So that's creepy then, And then to find a sailor, but also what happened to the sailor? Like, you cannot introduce a character and just exchange a knife with them, and then that's that. And you're like, well, whatever, sucks to be you. Wouldn't you stay together? Wouldn't you stay together? If you found, like, you're the only person on the boat, you think, and then you find someone, man, you stick together. Come on, buddy system. And then, I would have made the last scene the person actually getting on the boat. I would have put that at the beginning. I would have put it as a last, like 2 months later maybe. Like, food is running out, water is running out. That's the thing, actually. You cannot survive. It's salt water all around. You will die. 20 years, it's impossible, So have the last scene, then be getting on the boat. And find the last page of the diary would then be, I'm doing it. I'm going out. I'm so scared. I tried to find the sailor. I couldn't find him anymore. I just saw the lantern, the empty lantern. I found it in a corner, but the sailor was gone, So you have the whole mystery. What happened? And then I will go out now. And then that's the last page that the person who was on, who was reading, the person who went onto the boat, who read all this, and then maybe they hear a sound, they go outside, and then they see the boat being, that the person who wrote the diary is on their boat, and just swims away. That would be so cool. So yeah, try to think of a more... there's a lot of books out there how to structure stories, and I think especially with this kind of game and storytelling, that is the most important part. The gameplay is really secondary. Even the visuals are secondary. You need a gripping story, and that story needs to, come through. But you're new, and you have something like the visual style is great, the general idea is great, so work on it. Don't give up, work on it. First games, it's this is still much better than just having a generic game that you forget, in one day's time. So stay with it, try to optimize it, work on it, and I'm quite sure you can tell a great story, even with this one. If you work on this story, you can, I think, finagle it into something really, really cool. So yeah. Also, thank you to the viewers. I hope this wasn't too critical literature analysis for you. But yeah, my loyal viewers, that's how I am, Also, if you're new to this channel, I play a lot of indie horror games. So if you enjoyed that, subscribe. And I promise you, even though I told it in my story ideas, I would never steal a boat, I would ask you, can I hop on that boat? And then we would go together. And then we'll make fun of my diary entries because they're highly dramatic. So subscribe! Anyways, I hope you had a good time. I hope you have a wonderful day. And maybe see you next time. Bye-bye! This is my self-recorded outro song so I don't get hit with copyright claims. If you subscribe to a lot of fun tutorials, reviews, and let's plays.